So I'm going to quickly give an overview of what's changed since last SMWCon in the maps and semantic maps extensions, and some further possibilities what can be added to them. Maps and semantic maps both add geographical capabilities. Maps is just a plain MediaWiki extension and allows you to display maps, do geocoding, geospatial operations, and semantic maps then builds on top of that and adds the semantic data type for geographical coordinates and allows aggregating queries. So I created these extensions in 2009 for Google Summer of Code, which is an awesome project by Google for students. Back then, yeah, I already said this, I guess. I created the extension 2 years ago, and it has come a long way since then. The first release was done in 2009, and basically exactly 2 years after that, on one day off, I released version 1.0, and it's currently at 1.0.3, which was released earlier this month. So the changes. Since version 1.0, it has full Google Maps version 3 support. It used to work with Maps v2, but now has all the new awesome things that are introduced in version 3. It's like a whole bunch of layers you can add. You can add Google Fusion tables, it has better HTML support, and a whole bunch of goodies. Also loads faster on mobile and whatnot. Now you can also embed things using doc extensions. I think a remark on the last SMWCon was that when you want to display a list of points that you just want to display and not query, that the tag extension is sort of a mass, the parser function is sort of a mass, so now there's a tag extension where you can just list coordinates, each one on a line. The form inputs improved, like I already demoed yesterday. The semantic maps add form inputs, so you can click on a map or enter an address and look up where it is in a form. Also now there is full KML support in Google Maps. There's also some very basic KML support in open layers, so you can just say that you want to load one or more KML files onto the map. A very awesome thing is that now the resource loader is utilized in since version 1.0. Again, Jeroen will give a talk about that and why it's so awesome. And although that are sort of the major features, a lot has improved. Many small things, just too many to list here. Further possibilities are support for geographical features beyond just points. A lot of people want to store routes and things like that. At the moment, semantic maps is not allowed to semantically represent that. This used to actually not be possible with semantic MediaWiki due to the database abstraction layer, but it's possible now. So this is one big thing I really want to have implemented, but costs time, and I basically need funding to get this done. So yes, and that could then be done with Postgres spatial extensions, like the database things, especially meant for storing such things, which will then also speed up queries with distance limitations and whatnot. And the thing that's also been often requested is marker clustering. So if you have thousands of markers on a map, that they get clustered, that it does not load very slow, and also, yeah, that you just can display everything. So, questions? Oh yes, before I do questions, these slides are on GitHub. They are already linked on the SMWCon page. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and blog. Yeah. Questions? No questions? Oh, yeah.
I was wondering, when you display the map, I guess you use the WMS service to update geographic data or add lines or, I mean, when you use OpenLayers, but the service that you use is the web map service.
When you use OpenLayers, you can choose which mapping service you want to use. You can use multiple services, and then you can select them in the layer control. You can use Google Maps, Yahoo Maps, Bing, of course, OpenStreetMap you can use, and you can even define your own layers in local settings files. So.
Actually, the comment is because now there's more support for geographic data services, geo services. What WFS or WPS, so you can do processing of geographic data, so you can do checking. You should check that because there are things that are already done. So you should.
Okay, yeah, we can discuss this after the talk.